Look at these guys. That's insane. They make me cry. Oh my gosh, they are. I'm speechless.
What up, everybody? I'm Vick Almighty with the Stradman.
What's up?
So today, we're gonna be designing and creating some custom sneakers for the grand opening of Strad Pizza. Hit it, James. I got 3 words to say. Life is good. I have a couple ideas for this custom sneaker I'm doing for you and Strad Pizza.
Yeah.
Purple and pink are the first colors that come to mind, even orange.
Mm-hmm.
There's some other ideas that I have for this project. Again, I didn't bring the sneakers because I didn't want to spoil the surprise for you. I get the vibe, cars, pizza, pink, purple, you know, bright stuff like that. But what am I missing? What would you like to see on a pair of sneakers?
Oh man, it's got to be bright. It's got to be bold.
All right.
So in my life, I'm a very simple man. But when it comes to my cars and my shoes, I like it over the top.
Bright,
bright. Yep,
like
it's got to stand out just like the cars. I love something that's unique.
Yeah.
You know, we talked earlier about carbon fiber. You know, I love the look of carbon fiber. It's just the ultimate material. Not only is it beautiful, but it also serves a great purpose. It's super lightweight, it's super strong, and yet it also looks absolutely gorgeous. Like when the sun hits carbon fiber, it's just glistening. That look, I'm just like obsessed with. So I have a 2012 Lamborghini Aventador Coupe, Duke Dynamics full carbon fiber body kit. So every single panel on that car is exposed carbon fiber.
Did you do that?
I worked with a team. They did most of the work, but I guess I was behind, the brains behind it, right?
Yeah. Out of all the cars, would you say that's one of your favorites?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That might be my favorite car. Just when you put everything together, just the driving experience of that car, it's so raw, it's so loud.
Yeah.
It's got a straight pipe, naturally aspirated V12 engine. It shoots fireballs out the exhaust. I mean, that thing, when you're going full tilt, first, second, third in Corsa mode, and just hits the back of your neck. Oh, you never laugh like you do in an Aventador.
I wouldn't know how that feels like, man.
We'll make it happen. We will make it happen. I'll get you a ride in that car.
So what are your top 3 cars out of your collection? I think you got like about, what, 15 cars?
Yeah. So top 3, so I have my Koenigsegg Agera HH. That's my most rare, most bespoke, most special car. It's a 101 car. It's literally the holy grail. Yeah. That car and I have a unique history that dates back almost 8-9 years. So that car is really, really special to me. And then I have my 2 Aventadors, the carbon car, and then I have my pink Aventador Roadster.
And that's one I've seen a lot. And that's one that comes to mind instantly as soon as I hear your name, pink car, pink Lambo. What's special about that car though? So
that car is special for many, many, many reasons. So that car, man, I don't want to get emotional, but I tend to because it's so special to me. So that car was one of the biggest projects that I ever took on. I did all the work on that car. I cut it up. I added a Liberty Walk wide body kit, and it was just the most insane build. And then I found this really unique color called Rosa Cantus, which is bright highlighter pink. And under the sun, oh my gosh, you have to see this paint under the sun. It is the most beautiful color. And so I had the car painted. You know, obviously during the paint process, you tear the entire car apart. It's a million different pieces, and went back to my warehouse and we assembled the car and it was done. And so that night I drove it from my warehouse to my house. I still remember that drive home. Like I remember it so vividly. I was just so excited because I was so proud of how it came together. Because you have this vision, right? You have this image in your head of what this car is to become, and it turned out better than the vision. And so get home, park it in the garage, and I still remember, like, it was late at night. I don't know, it was like 11 o'clock midnight or whatnot, and you park it in the garage, you go inside, and then you go back out to look at it again, do the full walk around, right? And so then later that night, I got a call from my mom that my dad passed away.
That same night?
Same night.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
So that car, because of the timing of the situation, it was so intertwined, because I visited my dad in the hospital and he had seen the car in photos, he'd seen the color, and my dad was the opposite when it came to cars. Like, he was very, you know, he drove a white car, a black car, like, you know, very simplistic colors. And, you know, I showed him the color of it, and he was like, oh, that's really cool. I can't wait to see it when I get out, right? And so it was the last kind of project we had discussed with him and whatnot. So because of the, you know, just the timing of everything, was the last car that he had seen, and, you know, I was planning to unveil it on YouTube the next day and whatnot, that I just kind of decided to dedicate it to him.
Yeah, it's a special car right there, man. And I think you also mentioned to me that there's something on the car as well. I saw a picture of it on the opposite side. What's on there?
Yep, so it just says, in loving memory of Papa Strad.
Papa Strad. I'm gonna make sure I include that in the custom somewhere.
That'd be sick, dude.
That's
that would be sick.
Important right there. Out of everything we talked
about. And the date,
about.
May 6, 2021.
Got it. That's sick, man. That's really sick as far as the stories goes. On that Lambo.
Well, and the two Aventadors are, it's like a yin and a yang. So the pink Roadster, obviously full pink exterior. It's got white wheels, white interior. And then the carbon Aventador, it's got the full carbon exterior and it's got pink on the wheels. And then the interior on that car is going full pink. So it'll the two cars together are quite the sight.
I love talking about you with cars. I get so excited. I talk the same way about sneakers and
stuff,
with projects and just, now I gotta get back to the studio so I can start thinking.
You gotta start working.
Yeah, I gotta start working this weekend and get it going.
Both the same size, so
okay.
You need 2 sets of
Sounds good, Freddie. Steve, what size are you? Might as well make a third pair too.
Size 11.
Let's really put you to work. Everyone's gonna want some of these.
I got you, James. Freddie, I'm gonna think about it. Steve, I don't know about you, man.
Yeah, I always left out. It's fine.
All right, this is cool, man. Well, I'm gonna get out your hair. I know you got stuff to do.
Sounds
I gotta
good.
Get back to the studio. I got a lot of thinking.
I love it.
Just purchasing some stuff. It's gonna be a grind, but it's gonna be fun.
Sounds good, man.
Bro, I appreciate the ride, man.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I gotta go back home in my Civic.
All right, I'm back in the studio after hanging out with the Stradman. Such a great and humble dude, but I'm not gonna lie, the drive back home in my Civic was a little slow. Nonetheless, I'm excited for this project. I have so many ideas off the rip. I am gonna be working with the Patta Airmax 1. James loves Airmaxes, plus the waves on the sneaker is gonna help with the concept. First things first is deconstruction and prep work. So today I'm only gonna be focusing on prep work. There's a lot that needs to get done. Once the laces and insoles are out, I'm gonna start deconstruction. I'm gonna remove both tongues and all the swooshes. I plan on remaking some new parts out of new material. Deconstruction is done. Now for the leather, I gotta hit it with some acetone and cotton balls. I'm gonna do a lot of painting, and in order for that paint to stick, I gotta prep it. All prep, let's tape up everything but the leather. Before we get back to the shoes, we have some laser engraving to do. I want to create some new swooshes out of some new material. I also want to do some engraving for a custom box for the shoes to go into. Let's tap in with Christian. Punch him in his spleen. Look alike, bro. Alright, so I got the pink and purple material. Ultimately, I don't know which color to go with. That's why I'm cutting out both. How's it look? This was a 2-hour tape job. When it comes to a paint job, it's all about the prep work. Now before I start laying down my colors, I gotta lay down a white base coat to cover all this up. I'm thinking about doing some nice clean color blocking, pink and purple for the most part. I got all my colors mixed up right here. I'm gonna use a light pink, a hot pink, and a purple. Pretty straightforward mixes. The thing I did add though was a chameleon pigment to get a color shifting effect. Once the paint's on there, you'll see what I'm talking about. Paint job is looking sick. The purple and pink are super vibrant. Now I want to lay down a high gloss finish, so I'm going to go outside and lay down some Krylon crystal clear finish. So far so good. The pink and purple look great, but I'm not done with those colors. For the mesh, I'm going to do the same thing, but this time it's going to be a regular violet purple, no iridescent tones to it. It's going to look nicely off the iridescent purple and pink. I also went ahead and mixed it in with some GAC 900. I did a 50-50 ratio. That way, the paint is ready to be applied onto the mesh. I'm just gonna be using a paintbrush for this step with a heat gun to dry it as I go. For the most part, the paint job is complete. The pink and the purple pop nicely. On the opposite side, I need to figure out what color to do here, but I'll come back to that later. It's an easy part, I just don't want to mess this part up. Now in the meantime, I gotta start applying the swooshes onto the uppers. I ended up going with the pink instead of the purple. It just feels nicer on the shoe. I am glad that I engraved both colors, just in case I wanted to go with the purple, but ultimately, pink is the best option. Now, I have to go ahead and glue this onto the chrome. Once it's stuck on there, I'm gonna sew it with the post bed and then glue it onto the shoe. I already did some prep work on the uppers. This is already dremeled with glue applied. On the opposite side, I gotta do the exact same thing. I simply just can't apply glue onto the painted area. If I do, the swoosh isn't really bonded onto the shoe, it just painted onto the paint. Glue's already been applied. I'm gonna heat it up, make sure everything's lined up nicely. After that, we'll go to the post bed and lock it in. The last thing I want to do is ruin this paint job, so I gotta stay inside the lines with the Dremel. Swooshes are on there. This is looking like a Strad custom. Let's take off the tape. Now this wouldn't be a custom for the Stradman without some LED lights inside the sneaker. I'm gonna go ahead and put some inside the air unit. I got some bright pink LEDs. At the moment, you probably can't tell what this is, but it's a pink LED light that's gonna shine bright. First, what I gotta do is hook it up to a power source, which is right here, with a 3-volt battery and the switch to turn it on and off. All I gotta do is connect the red to red, black to black, and it'll work. Let's get to it. LEDs work perfectly. Now it's time to install them into the shoe. If you guys are looking for LEDs, head over to evandesigns.com. They got everything you need. Now this part is pretty messy. I am going to be dremeling a hole inside the sole to fit the battery pack. I'm also going to be tucking in the switch into the sock liner. I got to drill 3 holes into the air unit to fit the lights in. This process is not going to look perfect. The only thing that's got to be on point is the 3 holes that I drill into the air units. So I got all the dremeling done. I also went ahead and sliced open the sock liner. Gotta be able to hide the wiring somewhere. The battery pack is gonna go into the sole. The rest of the wire is gonna go into the liner. First, I gotta apply some glue all around before I can set everything inside. My dude Jordan Diab once again came through with some custom made tongues. As always, these things look factory. I gave him the rundown on the overall idea I had for this custom, and he ran with it. He used a glittery pink leather that shines nicely under the light, off-white binding that matches the midsoles on the sneakers perfectly, Strad logo, Strad Pizza logo on the opposite side, and on the back we got Papa Strad with the date he passed away. Another cool detail about these tongues, the embroidery on the front glows in the dark. These things came out perfect. As always, thanks for coming through, Jordan. Now the job is to sew them onto the sneakers. I already applied glue onto the tongues and to the shoes. I'm gonna bond it together. After that, I'm gonna hand stitch it. Got some purple thread, and my sewing gauze. This might take a minute. Customs are basically done. I got the tongues on there, added some other details, added the orange in here, orange in the swoosh, and on the back, I painted the Nike Air black. It's just missing one final detail. Gotta add some stars in a couple different places. I'm thinking about putting them around the swoosh and the Nike Air. If you look at their branding and their box, you got these white little stars around it, all over the side. I think it'll be a nice touch to the shoes. I got the stencils already printed out. I'm gonna figure out placement and start painting. Stencils are fully laid down. Got the rest of the shoe covered up with tape and paper towels. I'm gonna lay down some metallic white. A couple of coats is all I need. Last thing I gotta do before we go deliver these to the Stradman, let's lace them up with some purple laces. The grand opening for Strad Pizza is tomorrow. Customs are all wrapped up. I'm gonna get these and the box all polished up. Let's see what the Stradman thinks. All right guys, so we made it here to the grand opening of Strad Pizza / car meet. All around me is a bunch of badass cars, including Strad's entire collection. At the moment, I got these customs right here. Let's go look for James.
Vic, what you think of that one? That blue one?
It's weak, it's a Mustang. All right, it's jam-packed here. It took me 30 minutes to get parking. All around, there's a bunch of people looking at cars. Cars are coming into the parking lot. Lamborghinis, like I said. Again, there's more cars than Lamborghinis. You got old school whips, you got GTs. Basically anything and everything is here in this parking lot. Let's go look for some cars while we're looking for James.
Get in there, hands.
Right there. I present to you the He has arrived in Scottsdale, Arizona. Grand opening of Strad Pizza.
Oh, these are, oh brother!
What's up, James? I got you something, bro.
I don't know where, those are insane,
This is
dude.
from the Rejuvenator team and I. We wanted to make sure we honor your night properly.
Please come
Bro,
on, Check them out,
That's insane. Those turned out incredible. Can I get, I'm gonna hold one,
Hold one. I got a detail to show you too.
Dude, look at these guys. That's insane. That's so cool. Bro.
Like right here.
Oh, what?
Come on,
no
man.
way. It's got underglow. That's ridiculous, bro. These turned out amazing.
Check out the inside of the tongue too. Right honor your palm.
You're gonna make me cry.
The inside of this Miyagi.
Thank you, man. They're unbelievable.
Yeah, you like them,
oh
man.
my gosh, they are. I'm speechless. Dude, every detail.
After our conversation,
every single
bro,
detail.
not to
It's
let
just
you
so
down.
cool.
Last detail, the Strad does
Yes.
go in the dark, so you know when you go to your house or something,
Dude.
put a light in there and it'll glow like crazy.
You're so talented, man.
Dude,
this
all
this
you,
means
man.
a lot to me.
You're a great guy, man.
I appreciate
All
it.
these people are here for you, bro.
I appreciate it. This is insane, dude. This is insane.
I'm glad you like them, man.
Wow.
Congrats again on your big night.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That was crazy, man. James has a crazy crowd out there. I'm really glad he liked the shoes. He almost got him to tear up a little bit. That was cool, bro. So that's basically it. Steve, thanks for making it happen, man.
No, thank you. I think it was fun.
Still, bro. Looks good, huh?
Yeah, this was fun. Wait till the next one.
Next one?
Next one's gonna be sick.
Steve's cooking.
Yeah, I'm cooking. Let's go.